Mr. H Havoc on the beat.
Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage. Let's discuss a life topic like politics or how to build a rocket. Haters gon' hate and try to mock it. So mugs in the chat cause they can't stop it. Leave the drama where it late cause I wanna hear what Rios got to say. Don't try to play no games cause we sippin' with Rios today. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Enjoy the stream, y'all. Have fun. Remember, no trolling in the chat, cause you don't get kicked out. We don't play no games over here. Hey Rios, start it.
Mr. H Havoc on the beat.
Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage. Let's discuss a life topic like politics or how to build a rocket. Haters gon' hate and try to mock it. So mugs in the chat cause they can't stop it. Leave the drama where it late cause I wanna hear what Rios got to say. Don't try to play no games cause we sippin' with Rios today. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Enjoy the stream, y'all. Have fun. Remember, no trolling in the chat, cause you don't get kicked out. We don't play no games over here. Hey Rios, start it.
Mr. H Havoc on the beat.
Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage. Let's discuss a life topic like politics or how to build a rocket. Haters gon' hate and try to mock it. So mugs in the chat cause they can't stop it. Leave the drama where it late cause I wanna hear what Rios got to say. Don't try to play no games cause we sippin' with Rios today. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. We sippin' coffee with Rios. Hell yeah, we sippin' coffee with Rios. Enjoy the stream, y'all. Have fun. Remember, no trolling in the chat, cause you don't get kicked out. We don't play no games over here. Hey Rios, start it.
Mr. H Havoc on the beat.
Welcome to Coffee with Rios. Grab you some coffee, grab you some tea, grab you some water, grab you a little snack, something to eat. You know what I mean? And enjoy the stream. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. We sipping coffee with Rios. Yeah, we sipping coffee with Rios. Sit down and get some knowledge. Positive vibes only, so leave the nonsense. Learn something new like you in college. And don't forget to pay homage.
Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully my mic was tripping, y'all. I was trying to get it working, fixed. AceboyRios live. We got some topics to talk about. What's up, everybody in the chat? Let's go. We in here. A lot going on. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my other pages. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the good stuff. What up, people? What up, Nick, Sizzle, Havoc? Y'all all up in the building. So is it over? Is it over? Let's just get straight to it. Is it over, y'all? Biden is dropping out. I'm just saying it. I'm saying it. I'm gonna be the first to just say it's for real. He's dropping out. It's over. The mic is low. Hello. How about now? Is that better? Biden is dropping out, man. There's no way. Good shit. Don't forget to record. My guy. Good shit. There's no way that Biden is going to finish the race. There's no way that... Do you guys remember when I was on live and I was talking about Trump and Biden not making it out of July? I was trying to find it on my live. But pretty much I'm like a psychic. I gotta feel a vibe for the energy of what's going on in the race. What's the deal? And I called it. I said Biden and Trump. Well, Trump almost didn't make it out of July. I was close with that one. And now Biden... It's the rumor mill is happening. Everybody's talking about he's going to drop out. Kamala's going to take over. But I don't think I don't think anybody has a shot against Trump right now. Like, the fool survived a assassination attempt. They're saying it was the CIA set up, like all kinds of stuff. Like, it's rolling, it's going, and it's just all in the favor of Trump. What do y'all think is going to happen, man? We sipping coffee with Rios. That's right. That's my boy Havoc, baby. Sipping coffee with Rios. It's over, man. Every single state is going to vote red, man. Every state is voting red. Sipping coffee with Rios. Stuck in your head, huh? But I'm here for it. I'm entertained. I want to see the whole system blow up. And for some reason... look, it's not turning into Game of Thrones. This shit is turning into The Boys. I already compared, I said Trump is Homelander and Biden is Butcher. Butcher is dying in the show. Biden is just falling off, just horrible. And then freaking Trump is just unbeatable. He's just unbeatable right now. Like, he's just on a win streak. Fresh out of 36 felonies, 34 felonies, however. And he's just on a win streak. Like, it's no stopping this dude. He's like a hurricane. He's like a freaking hurricane. He's just going and going and going. And he's just building momentum. Who's going to run against him? Gavin Newsom? Kamala Harris? Who's going to run against this fool, man? The first president with felonies. The first president walking out with 50 Cent many men. Many men wish death upon me, man. Like, wish death upon me. He walked out to that. The country hates Newsom. Elon Musk hates Newsom. Elon is bouncing out of Hawthorne. He said he's taking his SpaceX, he's taking his company to Texas because of the ruling that he just overturned with kids not having to report their gender change to their parents. What rights do we have as a parent if we can't, like, I know there's some special cases where parents are overly such and such or whatever, but the fact that we're ruling against parents knowing that their child changed their gender or are reporting their gender as different than what they started, they don't have to tell their parents. Gavin Newsom has no chance. Everybody, California, anybody from California has no chance, man. Kamala Harris has no chance. Like, it's a wrap. And they're saying that he's not going to endorse Kamala. Yeah, it came out of Newsmax. Like, Newsmax is the first one to report it. Well, you know what? Let me just go ahead and pull this up real quick.
And then all at once, and that's what's happening. According to my sources, President Biden has agreed to step down as the Democratic nominee.
Oh, man.
It will happen as early as this weekend. A speech has been drafted for him. He will continue on as president.
DJ
This is his
Academics
intention.
reported this.
He also will not, I'm told, endorse Vice President Harris as his successor. They're hoping that he will endorse an open process in which the convention will be open to Vice President Harris and a few other candidates in Chicago to pick the Democratic nominee for
president. This is Newsmax.
The belief is that Vice President Harris is already looking at potential running mates to go to Chicago with a full ticket, including one possibility, Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky, and perhaps the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Shapiro. Other possible candidates who are being talked about include Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, perhaps Gretchen Whitmer, and again, the vice president running. On the first, Carl.
Dude, it's a wrap, Democrats. It's a wrap. It's over. Just go ahead. Russia been joining China, man. North Korea, like it's a lot going on. It's a whole bunch to talk about in that topic, but it's a wrap. Just go ahead and pop your popcorn and celebrate or be in dismay, be upset or whatever. But what's happening is happening. Trump is about to be the president. They postponed his court date. Like everything is just in favor. This fool got new shoes out. Have y'all seen the new shoes? The fight shoes that he's got? Oh, man. And how coincidental was the assassination right before the Republican convention? Right before the convention. Get these shits. I don't even know if this is real, but this shit is hilarious. Would y'all cop these? If he becomes y'all president, he survived the assassination. Would y'all cop these for your president? He's no matter what, he's still your president. You're an American. You gonna wear it? You gonna cop his shoes? Survived an assassination. The new Ronald Reagan. What y'all gonna do, man? Are y'all happy? Y'all sad? What's the business? Good morning, South Africa. Biden is out. The Trump twos. It's I don't know if I'm excited, happy, sad, anxious, or whatever, but and then Biden with the COVID. I don't know anybody that had COVID for I ain't known somebody to get COVID in a year or two. This fool Biden gets COVID. He's sick. They're trying to blame it on the COVID while he can't answer questions or he's not out. It's just too much going on with Biden, man. So everybody get your ammo up, get all your supplies up. It's about to go down. Those the white flights right there, the Trump white flights. Oh man. Country's gonna be in dismay, man. God bless us all. Y'all pray it up, get it going. But it ain't gonna be too bad. Y'all be all right. Trump is the man, dude, right now. I'm not a Trump fan, but right now he's the man. I hate to say it, damn. But couldn't write it up better. Dude, it had to be the thing is there had to be a setup to me. It had to be a setup like a little Manchurian candidate, like this little 20-year-old kid, suspicious. Both his parents are behavioral specialists, therapists. This kid gets on the roof and almost kills the president. No CIA, no police officers there to stop him. They can't get on the roof. Come on, man. But that's it, man. So Biden's out. I don't know who's going to replace him. But let's get on to the fact that Elon Musk is moving SpaceX to Texas. All the tech companies are actually moving to Texas. They have incentives. It's way cheaper or whatever. But he's taking his shit out because of this gender shit that Gavin Newsom got on. So he's out talking about he'll be in Trump's cabinet. But actually, Elon is a smart dude, man. I worked at SpaceX, and I worked on the rocket on SpaceX. I was the lead for the second stage propulsion integration and avionics integration and testing on the second stage of the Falcon 9 for 5-6 years. And one of our rockets blew up. The second stage blew up in orbit. It released from the first stage, and our second stage is taking the capsule. And my raceway blew up. And so the next morning, well, we're all watching it in SpaceX, watching it on the big screen, like all celebrating. Then it explodes. And I just like, my gut just like, oh shit. And I could tell it came from where it came from. So I walk back to my area, get settled, go home. And then the next morning I get there at 5 a.m, super early in the morning. And this is less than 10 hours, actually. This fool Elon arrives up at my building and walks up to me like, don't worry, you're not fired. Be cool. It's all good. And I'm like, ooh wee, like, what is this fool doing down here? First, he's real tall, big dude, big ass head. But what impressed me about him was he was talking to me about the primary raceway in the doghouse, and where the locks from the locks tank gets stopped by the primary raceway, the doghouse, and it's got Versifoam in there, and it interacted with the Versifoam, and that's what caused the explosion. But we didn't know that at the time. But this fool was just talking to me about that specific area of the rocket, like he builds that shit every day. Like he builds it every day. He works on it every day. He knew about the check valves, the transducers, the copper conicals, the safety wire, the safety cables, the revisions. He was talking to me about what I did every day, like he did it every day. And that's just a small portion of the rocket. So in my head, I was like, damn, this fool, there's no way he could have studied up in one night and talked to me in the manner that he was talking to me about it. And I was like it blew me away. And that, like, after the conversation, just in my head, I was like, God damn, does this motherfucker know that much about everything on the rocket in that kind of detail? So I immediately knew, I was like, oh, this dude is on something else. Like, he's on a different level. He's on a whole nother level than what we think. And that's the first time I met somebody that I was just like, yeah, that dude is out of this world, out of the realm, crazy brain, intelligent, smart, but still social enough to conduct himself and have a conversation. And I had mad respect for him after that. So, but that's the story about Elon going from SpaceX. That I wouldn't put anything past that dude and say he couldn't accomplish it. The fool came up with the grasshopper. One morning we come into work and there's a mass email to the whole company, and it's like a drawing on a napkin, and it's the grasshopper on how we're going to reland the rockets. Everybody was like, what the hell is this fool talking about? Relanding the rockets. And he drew it up, and we all doubted everything about him. Doubted everything. Like, nah, that's bullshit. We can't even barely get 2 rockets out, such and such. You talking about relanding them. And he came out with like a software program where it was a game where all the technicians could play the game and land the rocket. And from there, I won't put nothing past him. He is an alien. He's like a fucking alien. But if he does leave, Hawthorne's going to lose out on so much money. He brings so much revenue to Hawthorne. You know what I mean? Like, even the school district. And now we're going to lose one of the biggest incomes because of some bullshit Gavin Newsom did. That's the only reason why I'm just like hot about that. And all the new shit that he's doing, like the new tech and shit, and we lose that shit to Texas. It's fucked up. So Flacco went back on Fig, and there was a few moments on back on Fig that were kind of interesting. And the most interesting thing to me was his take on Duno saying nigga. And he doesn't feel like Duno should be able to say the word nigga, or T-Rail and AD and Pun. They shouldn't accept that. And it was like an interesting conversation because coming from Flacco, you're like, well, who are you to? But, to each their own. How many of y'all deal with that on the regular? When I was coming up, like in high school, like Cambodians used to say the word nigga, Samoans used to say the word nigga, but in Long Beach, Mexicans wasn't saying it. But a lot of people out here in Los Angeles grew up with black people, black best friends or whatever, and they say that word. Do you think it's okay or they should not accept that? I don't ever remember Duno saying the word nigga like while I was around him or what, but it's interesting to me, you know what I mean? Because I can't knock people for wanting to say it or what, because everybody wants to emulate the black culture anyway. Like the black culture is emulated all around the world, all around the country. And people want to behave and walk and talk and move like we're like trendsetters and people want to be like us. But I've never in my life ever wanted to say like a word that other people were saying. Like, I'm not saying anything that like he's judging him because of that. But what do y'all think about that? What up, Culture Clips? It's all good, man. A Mexican saying the word nigga. Like, my thing is, like, do you say that? Do you say nigga in your house? Like when you're around your mom and dad, like family, like is that like a household thing, or is that just something you do in the streets, or something you only do when you're around your boys? I say you can say whatever you want to say, as long as you willing to deal with the repercussions, because everybody doesn't feel the same. Everybody doesn't have the same feeling. Like one person doesn't speak for the whole culture. There may be somebody in California or LA that doesn't like that shit. Like, nah, I'm not with that. There's another person that's like, it's cool, whatever. But you have to deal with the repercussions of how people take it. Like down south, it might be a whole different story. Up north, they say it all the time. Northern Cali, they say it all the time. But do you take that vocabulary everywhere you go? If you don't, I don't know what the fight is and why you say it. If you don't take that vocabulary everywhere you go, and that's what you stand on, I don't know about it. White boys in South Africa say it. It's like it's a slang word now. It's in like, how can you like say a word? Like we said, we have a word and we tell all the rest of the world, no, we only can say this word. That's the shit that kind of like throws me off. Like, no, we're the only ones who can say it. Y'all, we could say it in front of y'all. We could call you that, but you can't say it. That's the hypocrisy of it to me. You know what I mean? Like, and so Flacco's kind of onto something, but there's different scenarios. There's different situations. And it, like Biggs, that might be something like for your generation, but I think the new generation, these younger kids, I think they on some whole other shit. Like they not following these younger kids, this new generation. They're not following our path, our tracks, are doing the same thing as us. And I feel like they're a little bit more together than we were. You know what I mean? Like black and brown, like they're growing up in a more accepted time. Like there's more unity amongst the younger generation than it was with our generation. So maybe it's like just a new wave. It might be just a new wave. I don't know. But I'm curious about it because I don't really deal with it that often, but to bring it up on a platform like this, I think it creates great conversation. Like, how do you feel about that? What is wrong about it? What's right about it? Why can only this selection, why can't only one, what's another word that only one culture can say? I was trying to think of it. I don't know, I couldn't think of a word, but a word that only one culture or one group of people can say and nobody else can say it. Yeah, we turned a racial word into like a cool word, but what's a word that another culture can say but nobody else? I don't know. And then is it like can you say that it's like a compliment that people want to be like us or emulate what we say or talk how we talk? Like, is it a compliment? Like, what they say, the biggest compliment is, damn, I can't think of the word. Radical Rob grew up in Indiana. You say nigga all the time. And I don't know if that's a problem. Like, I don't think nothing's wrong with that. If that's how you talk, but if you get around a whole group of black people and you're by yourself and you're out of a comfort zone, are you still saying nigga? Around a bunch of black men that you don't know are like, I know elders, we respect our elders and we try not to say that shit, but in front of elders. But is that something you would say in an uncomfortable setting? Lime suckers. Oh shit. I don't know. And it's to each their own. You can't tell people how to feel. You can't tell somebody how to feel about a certain situation. It's a touchy subject because of the history behind it. No, I know the N-word. That's what we're talking about. Okay, because they don't know you. But that's what I'm saying. So it's like you selectively say a word. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, T-Rail brought up a good point, or somebody did, or was it bad luck? Like, women call each other bitches all the time, but a man can't say that. Like, it'll be disrespectful if a man, you know what I be tripping off of? How girls be out, like I'm about to segue out of that, but how girls will be out and about in public, and we talking about all this equality, equal rights and all this shit. Girls will be out and about dancing at a club or wherever they're at dancing, and like if a man like walks by or touches, they look at him like, what are you doing? What the hell's going on? But if a woman rubs up against them or moves past them, or there's no like anything, they like enjoy it. But if it's a man, it's like, you can't touch me, don't dance with me. But a stranger, a random ass girl will come up and start grinding on them, dancing with them. But it's okay for that stranger to do it, but it's not okay for this stranger to do it. That shit tripped me out. I was just thinking about it. I don't know where I was at. And I saw that shit and I was just like, okay. I think it might have been on the stream on Ace Boys Worldwide, and like how the girls are very touchy. Like they're touching each other and like they may not even know each other before the stream and they start touching on each other. But the guys is just like, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, there's people who get angry about that, but I just noticed that shit and I was like, the fuck, like, shouldn't you be the same? Shouldn't you react the same way to a girl? You should be offended as well. Like, hey, you don't have the right to touch me, but it seems like now look, they women. People say that like they women, but it's still, you crossing the line, you touching somebody without asking them. Oh man, the word boy. Now let me like the word boy is so offensive to black men, especially older black men. Older black men, that word will set them off to where they'd be willing to go to jail. Don't call an older black man boy at all. Females call each other the B word, and random females can touch on each other and it's cool, but a man can't say the B word, and if a random man touches a woman, come on. You already know what the consequences of that is, but I see random women touching women all the time. And when they touch them, it's way more sexually. They touch them way more sexually than what if a man accidentally bumps up against them, like, but a woman will come and grope and touch and do all kinds of, like, pay attention. And it's not just friend groups. It's not just the girls in the group. Yeah, man, ain't nobody mad. But this is why we have these conversations, is like so that we can discuss. Let me see. Radical Robs, we talking about a word. The black homies got business and all that. Like, nobody's saying that they know how you're raised or whatever, but it's like it's a touchy subject to both parties. Like one on the other hand, the Mexican kid could be like, "Why I can't say it? This is how I grew up," and this and that, and they're passionate about it. And then the brother would be like, "Because you ain't black, and only black people have the right to this." But this is something like, how will we get past it, or how will we get to it if we don't ever talk about this shit? If we don't ever talk about it or communicate about the subject at hand, like, I know I'm uncomfortable with it. Anytime that I hear somebody say it that's not black, I'm uncomfortable. I've said the word nigga before, and the older black man's like, "Hey, you can't say that." I'm like, "Nigga, I'm black. My mom is black. What are you talking about?" And then my Muslim father, Manny's dad, was like, "Hey, just respect that he's uncomfortable with it and this and that." And like, I'm like, but I felt disrespected. You know what I mean? Like, well, why he can't tell me I can't say that? I'm this and that. And then he was like, "That's your elder. If he don't like you saying that word, what should you do?" I was like, "I should say it." He's like, "All right." And he like kind of checked me, was like, "It's not about you can say it. It's about he's uncomfortable with it. You got to respect your elders." And I slowed down. And we was playing dominoes with each other. Beloved, I think the East Coast was using that for a minute, the word beloved. Like, "My bad, beloved." And it was like in a disrespectful manner. That's true. But Culture Clips, we are in a weird time. We're in a time that's like unheard of. Like, everything is new. It's a time where you can't even, Culture Clips, you can't even look at a man and know he's a man. You can't even look at a woman and know she's a woman. You might call a woman like, "Hey, hello, young lady." You can't even call people young lady no more. Fuck the word a nigga. You can't say man. You can't say lady. "How you doing, young lady?" That's disrespectful, saying young lady. Like, let alone, like, nigga is a whole different topic. That's a trigger word or to some people. Man and lady. You can't even like open the door for somebody or woman. Me and my family were at the movies, and my wife was pregnant, and a young man. So I think a young man, his dad or his dad and his girlfriend were walking together. We're leaving the movies, and the young man held the door open for my wife, who's pregnant. My wife was pregnant. He held the door open for her. Do you know the dad told the young man afterwards, as they walked away, he's like, "Don't you ever hold no door for no other woman in front of your woman." And me, this is back when I thought I was everybody's parent, or it was my right to to teach everybody. I said, "How you gonna tell a young man, a young black man, not to hold the door for a pregnant young black woman? Because his wife, she should be respect that." And the girl was like, "Yeah, I'm not even mad about that. Like, that he's supposed to." It was the weirdest shit ever. And he was so like, "No, you don't do that. I don't care about none of that." And I was elevated, like, took it to that level. But it was so weird that somebody would say, "What? You can't hold no door open for another woman in front of your woman. That's disrespect." Like, it's so weird. Like, life is weird right now. Much love to everybody out there with a better living. But we're in a time where you can't look at a man and know he's a man. You don't know what somebody's pronoun is. I worked with a dude that we hired him as a man, and he came to work as a woman. And I didn't recognize her. And I was like, "What are you doing here?" Like, "Oh, I'm here for I'm filling the position, such and such. I got hired." I was like, "Oh, it was I don't want to say the name, but It was a name, and he said, "I'm this, but this is what I go by." He interviewed as a man and came in as a woman. And it threw me off. It was the first time I ever dealt with that. And I was kind of like, ooh, and I got nervous. Like I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get fired. And I just like kind of like exited from the situation. I was like, yeah, you just go report over there, like go over there. And I left the situation because I was nervous. I was gonna say some shit that was wrong. But this is the times we're in, let alone a Mexican saying the word nigga. Men can't even say young lady to a woman. But some of them would get mad. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name. But it's an interesting, I don't want to keep saying weird because for lack of better words, but it's an interesting time that we're in. Navigating these waters and being politically correct and conscious of how you affect somebody else. Like, why is it such a big deal that I have to know your pronoun? Why does it matter to you that I call you by a pronoun? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, these are things that I'm confused about. Young lady. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because of the N word, nigga, you know what I mean? But what is derived from, but somebody that's a trans can be like, no, you can't call me man. I'm a woman. But a black man can't say, no, you can't call me nigga. I feel uncomfortable with that. There's no protection for the black man saying, nah, I don't want you calling me the N word. Like, that's what I say. That's what I do. Where's the respect for that man? Like, hey, I'm not cool with that. But a trans can be like, no, I'm not a man. I'm a woman. You need to respect me and address me as such. But a black man can't say, hey, nah, I'm not cool with you saying nigga to me. Like, it's so sensitive and so touchy, like subjects. But the only way we get somewhere is talking about it. Right. Extreme left, extreme right. Where do we go from here? Like, why is it so important what I think of you? Like, if you black, get over us saying nigga. If you're trans, no, you can't say nothing to me. It's so funny because it's like plain as day. It's like transparent. And if you're black and you feel uncomfortable with something, it's like, deal with that shit. This is what it is. This is life. But 1% of the population wants to be called this, and it's a big problem. You could get fired. You could do this and this and that. Like, and the other thing is, how can they talk about sex and gender in school with the kids, but you can't even talk about sex and gender at work as an adult? I don't care about getting canceled or like whatever, like shadow ban or whatever, like, but they talk to our kids about sex and gender, and you can't even talk about that shit at work as an adult. That's Sergio. That's my same opinion. If you don't say that word in every scenario you in, you shouldn't say it because you're selectively saying it. If you don't go around a bunch of black men that you don't know and be like, what's up, my nigga? If you're not that ballsy, why are you saying it? That new bill, that's what I'm talking about. A kid can change their gender and talk about their gender in school with teachers and shit, but you better not bring up gender at work. It's okay to be respected. It's okay to want to be respected. I respect everybody. But if it's my opinion that you're born a man and you can't change your gender, why am I wrong for that? That's my belief. You're allowed your belief to believe that you're a woman. I'm not fighting you about that. I'm not arguing you down like, hey, guess what? You're not a woman. That's not my goal. That's not what I'm doing. But it's you guys are forcing it on me to say, hey, no, you need to be this way and think this way. You need to think this way. Use that community with the whoops. Hey, everybody has their way of living. Everybody has their own like stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, hey. It's a trip. You know what I mean? Like that people get out here and get like that. And it's like finger waving and finger pointing and judging because we don't share the same thoughts. We're not like-minded and think the same way. I think that you're born a man and you die a man. You're born a woman and you die a woman. Am I wrong for that? That's what I was taught my whole fucking life. I was raised that way my whole life. 40 years of living, I've been taught that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. But now all of a sudden, because you feel a certain way, I have to recognize that shit. That's just weird to me. America's fighting nature right now. It's like almost like science is like the devil now. You know what I mean? Like you just trying to prove that you can be God now. Like how can we create antimatter? Now, let me not start getting into that. Let me not get into that. They trying to create antimatter. And they making women work all the time, but that's why the cost of living is getting skyrocketing, so that you could barely, there's barely any homes that can have a single income, just a single, either the husband or wife, just a single income. There's barely any households like that, where just one person can work in California, in Los Angeles. Barely any households like that. I know a few, but those people are making a lot of money. The agenda being pushed on shows to these days. Look at I don't know if you watch The Boys. It's all on The Boys. It's all on the show The Boys. Like everything that we're talking about, they're talking about it on The Boys. It's so weird. Like, oh man. And if you think about it, like a child, if you give a child an option to be something, like, hey, you could be this. A child is going to be, they're like going to be what they think is cool. Like, oh shit. You know, if you want to be, you can be a fairy and we'll sew wings on you. And that's what you'll identify as a fairy. You know how many children would be like, yes, I want to be a fairy. I want to be a mermaid. You could put fins on me and make me a mermaid. You know how many children would identify as mermaids? That's why you can't let kids make decisions for themselves. So look, do you guys, and this is what I'm gonna talk about. Low wages for everyone, over-evaluated housing market, and no one at the home raising our kids who are being indoctrinated through social media. Exactly, Culture Clips. 100%. The more time you spend away from your children, do you know that it's like, it might be, I'm not lying, $2,500 for daycare, $1,500 to $2,500 for daycare for the month for one child. Kids are easily impressed, and when they see that there's a group that's accepted, they're gonna want to be in that group. So if you are a boy and the boys don't like you, and you're a boy and the girls don't like you, well, let me see if the fairies with the wings like me. Oh, they like me. I want to be a fairy. It's like acceptance, the power of acceptance, right? Like you want to be where you're accepted. You may not be cool enough to be with the guys. You may not be cool enough to be with the girls, but you're cool enough to be with the furries. like the furries are real. That's some real shit. But this is what I really want to bring up, because do you guys know about body integrity disease? It's a mental disease called body integrity, where people in their brains don't think that their body part belongs to them, and so they want to cut it off. I don't think that this is my arm. I want to amputate this arm. It's called body integrity. It's like a mental disorder. So if you think about it, like if that's considered a mental disorder where they want to get rid of their arm or their finger, it's not a mental disorder if somebody wants to get rid of their penis. I'm just saying, these are questions that I'm asking because I really don't have the answer. I don't know. I'm not. Look at this. Body integrity dysphoria is a rare and frequently studied condition in which there is a mismatch between the mental body image, and the physical body. They've studied it. There's a mismatch between the mental body image and the physical body. So how is that not? I am a man, but I think I'm a woman. That's not body integrity dysphoria? It's like in which there is a mismatch between the mental body image and the physical body. Physically, I'm a man, but I feel like I'm a woman. That's not body dysphoria? Like, I need to speak to a therapist or somebody, one of these people that know all this kind of shit, because to me, that sounds just like somebody wanting to cut their penis off because they feel like they're a woman or whatever they do with this shit. Like, I think they chop it off or whatever. I don't know, or tuck it in. But that's the thing. Am I tripping? Or is there am I tripping? Or does that sound like the same thing? Body integrity dysphoria. When your body's image doesn't match your physical body. So your body image is that you're a woman, but your physical body is a man. So you change that shit around. It's a mental disease. There's countries that are saying it. Like, hey, whatever y'all want it to be is what it wanted to be. But to me, if you want to cut off your finger, it's not as bad as if you want to cut off your penis. Sorry, I think that's worse. That you want to cut off your penis than it is I want to cut off my hand. As a man, like, damn, like, that's horrible. Tuck that. Ribby, but back in the day, they diagnosed people as crazy for saying they thought they were trapped in the wrong body. Now they parade that shit and accept it. Yeah. They used to use cocaine to medicate people. Now that's illegal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they get to choose. Do you know that the food pyramid was a lie? It's basically should be upside down. The food pyramid that they sold to us and spread this news to us, that this is the food pyramid, this is what's important. The shit needs to be flipped upside down. And proportionately, it was that wrong. I think 33 Cerna, I think social media is causing a lot of mental illnesses that have not been diagnosed yet because we haven't been able to see what somebody's brain is like 20 years off of Instagram. When they're on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and such, if what that does to a brain, just scrolling. It's like you're asleep, but you're awake. You're just scrolling. Look, laugh at that. Send it to somebody. Have a little conversation about it. Get back to it. Oh, that's funny. Send that to my wife. Talk about it a little bit. Go get back to scrolling. Your brain is like not doing anything. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of complications that come with not reading and not exercising our brain because we're just being docile and dumbed down and thinking we know shit because we heard somebody talk for 60 seconds. Now we're a fucking master at this field. Oh, you know that this is that. Like, this is what this is. Like it. The movie WALL-E. Have y'all seen the movie WALL-E? Have y'all seen the movie WALL-E? It's basically the future of human beings, that their bone density is all weak and they're just fat and they just they go around in like these motor wheelchairs and they just sit in their little capsule and they just look at TV and they order shit and it just comes right to them. Like that's literally, I feel like the path that we're on, especially America. A lot of overload with 95% trash. And the algorithms of the shit that you see and the shit that you look at, like the shit is deep, man. Cognitive dissonance. The mental disturbance people feel when their beliefs and actions are inconsistent and contradictory, ultimately encouraging some change to align better and reduce the dissonance. Relevant items of information include people's also actions, feelings, ideas, beliefs, values, and things in the environment. Cognitive dissonance typically experienced as a psychological stress when persons participate in an action that goes against one or more of those things. I don't know what you was relating to, but yeah. People that get mad when you debate them is like, or when you disagree with them, and they're so adamant about you not feeling the way that they feel. It's like wait, why are you so mad because I don't agree with you? Like, why do I have to take on your belief? Idiocracy, that move, like Idiocracy and WALL-E is where we're at, like coming together. And then Odium Slim and Flacco situation. Flacco says is just content. Remember we were talking about it's just content. This is what I'm talking about when I'm telling you that people are just making entertainment. It's just entertainment. Odium Slim was like, nah, man, it ain't content. But watch.
I mean, ODM was on your ass, but man. So where are you getting this newfound courage where you like, you know what? Fuck these street niggas. They ain't finna be talking to me like this.
That was content,
I'm gonna run this fake.
Bro, that's just content, my nigga.
Oh, it's just content. Y'all just faking it. Y'all just faking it.
Yeah. Play, man. Fake shit, man.
Oh, okay.
ODM Slim on the phone.
Oh, shit.
What's poppin'? You live?
What your old ass want, nigga?
ODM is like, nah.
Shit, here it go.
What's going on, nigga? Is this content or what, man? Or you a Flacco need to fade from you?
Listen, bro, on the day, I swear to listen. I'm just gonna, because last time I got on this motherfucker, I went crazy. I'm gonna be calm. Listen, I don't make fake content, bro. Straight up. Like,
you don't make
my
fake
thing
content.
is, my nigga on a dead homie, just like saying with Trey and all these niggas, when you speak about our community, speak about our peoples, our family, my nigga on a dead homies, it happens, and niggas feel like they can do whatever they want to, so when shit happens, shit happens.
So,
yeah. And let me tell you, not one person can stop anything. Not one person can stop shit. If there's multiple people that feel a certain kind of way about you or what you're doing, is why I say it's a slippery slope. And you think that you're gonna be like, it's just content. He like literally did exactly what I said people be doing. You know what I mean? Like they back into it like, nah, it's just content. It's just content. Like it wasn't real. But is he trying to be cool about it? Like, nah, it's just content. Like, I don't want people to really know what's going on. Or is he falling back on that? And that's the shit that is just like, come on, cuz. Like, if either you're going to be with it or you're not, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Because there's people out there that ain't going to take it as just content. You disrespect it, you can't ever take it back. It's people out there that's got mental disorders. It's people out there, we just talked about some shit. There's people out there that got sicknesses, man. And you just think that you're just going to be safe and you can't be touched. You can. Stop going at it. Stop getting into this shit that I've watched Flacco's videos. When it's not about the gang banging and all the drama shit, it's actually really good. It's actually a lot of good content that he talks about, but when he veers off to the left talking about shit he doesn't need to for his own health, for his own safety, nigga, I don't care what kind of gun you have. One gun is not gonna save you. A lot of people die with guns on them. Like, you're not fucking Rambo. And people gotta understand that. Like, man, it's like, I said that shit, right, Culture Clips, I said it weeks ago. It's this content, like, and it played out right on fucking back on Fig. Just what I was talking about. And guess what? ODM is like, nah, I'm not playing that fucking shit. I'm not down with that game shit. I'm not playing no game. When I say it's up, it's up. And that's the difference. And then you think that there's not people that love ODM Slim? Some young cats, some young niggas that love him, nephews, little cousins, little homies, that will take it as disrespect that you disrespected someone that they love. And that can be not even any gangbanging stuff. That could just be somebody that just loves ODM. Oh, you talking to my uncle like that? Watch when I see you. It's up. And it ain't just Flacco, you know what I mean? But Flacco's being embraced. Flacco's on a tour right now. He's going everywhere. But hopefully after this tour, he may have a different outlook. Like, you know what? It ain't worth it talking about this stuff. Why am I even dealing with this bullshit? I'm on another level. I'm actually elevating in my career. Why am I taking steps backwards? He's doing great shit. He's got great numbers. He's doing great numbers. And he's doing good content when he's not talking about that stuff. Like, get rid of that. Get out of that dark light. Get out of that shadow. I wish I ain't never have to talk about none of that stuff. But, hey, to each their own, right? To each their own. But I think after all this, like, communicating, talking about it, and dealing with people, maybe it might be like a different outlook at the end of it. Exposure is a lot. Being able to talk to people and then relate and be like, you know what? You have a good point. Maybe I should stop that. Maybe this and that. And I would hate for it to be the other, where it's like you change your mind because of a physical action, because, oh, that was a close call. You know what? Let me slow down. You get your ear grazed by a fucking bullet. You're like, you know what? Y'all might be right. Citrus Jones, why are gangsters yapping in front of a microphone? Would you rather, you remember when G's moved in silence, would you rather them be gangsters in the streets doing gangster shit, or would you rather them be trying to be just on the mic trying to do some other shit? Or do we box gangsters in, and people that have been in gangs, do we just box them in to be like, nigga, shut up and dribble? Nigga, shut up and go out there and shoot somebody. Nigga, shut up and go out there and gangbang. Go rob a store or something. What you doing on a microphone? So they can't have access to this? Gangsters can't have access to what everybody else has access to? So we box them in and say they're limited to their actions because they're gangsters. Nah, you can't do this. Go shut up and dribble. Go shut up and go gangbang. Go kill somebody. Nah, man. Like, it's good that they're trying to get on the mic, but it's like the standard needs to change where it's like, okay, let's change the topic. Let's change the narrative. Like you're seeing them in a moment of growth where they're transitioning out of the shit that they want to get out of. Nobody wants to be out there doing some shit like that and risking their life all the time. Why are they on the mic? Because this is the new media. This is the new media platform. This is how people are getting their messages across. This is how they're conversating. This is I'd much rather than be on the microphone on the internet trying to do something else. I'd rather than be right here talking and instead of being out there on the corner or out there being the dope man or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, why is that a problem? I've been hearing that a lot. Like, our even academics talking about, yeah, LA is soft. All they gangsters is now on podcasts. That's a good thing. Let them elevate and get on some other shit and be trying to change their trajectory. Is it illegal to be on the internet and talking? No. What's Andrew Hibbert talking about? What are you talking about, Andrew? Send another message so I can see what you're talking about. Now I changed my heart about what? Dr. Umar posted a video today that he has been getting a lot of calls from Black Canadians that Kendrick, they not like us, is dissing Black Canadians. This Drake Kendrick beef is serious. I don't think it's the Canadian diss. I don't think it's a diss to Canadians. It's singled at Drake. Like, it's directed to Drake. Like, when he said, like, I'm trying to think of what he said about Canadians that was disrespectful. I don't know. I don't think he was being disrespectful to Canadians. I think he was just getting at Drake the whole time. Yeah, like, they be trying to box people in, like niggas be acting like I came out like I'm the biggest gangster and I was just promoting violence and this and that. When was I promoting violence? When was I being this thing that y'all say I was? Just because y'all ignorant at the person's ignorant mind or ignorant judge a book by its cover's thoughts were like, oh, he's sitting up there, he's got tattoos and this and that, and he's promoting like, when did I promote violence? It's an OVO diss, right? Yo, Rios, if you met an open troll, someone who tells you their YouTube account name, you think you remember? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. West Coast, look at this. Listen to this. West Coast not even dropping. Listen to Citrus Jones. This is the funny shit. Citrus Jones, West Coast not even dropping music. Every gangster is fake tough when they need to be in a studio. What? Come on, cuz. Like, just chill out. Just try to reflect and think about some stuff before you say shit. Like, just really think about what you're saying. What do you mean? So now you're categorizing everybody. Like, the ignorance is just beyond just one. You just gonna spread it to everybody. Yeah, this is factual. This is what I think. Oh shit. Hubert is just fine, troll. But no, man. I like what I'm seeing. I like the direction that shit is going. You know what I mean? Like a lot of that aggressive, angry shit is not so much. I ain't really been seeing anybody really that beef and shit. I think that like that shit's kind of past. That shit's like kind of coming past, and I'm happy about that. Y'all seen Aceboy Manny had that he has a video up about him being in, damn, was he in Colombia where he was like with alligators or crocodiles and he was on the little thing. Check this out. Tell me if you would let your children do this, because this is some G shit. This is vicious.
Come on, Joanne.
Oh, Joanne? Joanne? My hand. Oh, I can't open my hand.
Come on.
Come on, Joanne.
You want me to get your mama to come pick it up for you?
You want me to get your mama
Moose?
to come pick it up for you?
You ready, Moose?
Old boy on the
Bust
road
one in
gotta
him.
be
Soon as
9
you see
to 10
him.
years old.
You
Old
look
boy
at
with
it.
the rifle.
Look at your gun and see if it's on safety or fire.
They Creole.
Ready. Shoot.
Look at that.
I was going to shoot the hard place.
No. Don't wrap it in your hand. Don't wrap it in your hand.
Can I shoot it under the mouth?
Yeah, if you see it.
Shoot him in the mouth.
Get ready.
I don't. Somewhere.
Look at this.
Put your foot on the edge. There you go. There you go, Moose. Ready. Shoot him. Shoot,
Look how
Moose.
quick he is.
Shoot. Bam. There you go. Good job. Holy crap.
That baby's probably
Give him no
6,
slack, Reggie.
6,
You're gonna
7
bump
years
that hook
old.
off. Come on,
It's-
Joanne.
Like a quarter size target area on an alligator to kill him. You shoot him in the
I
head.
can't open my hand.
Come on.
Come on,
These are the
Joanne.
people
Want me
that's
to
gonna
get your mama
survive
to
some
come pick
shit.
it up for you? You ready, Moose?
Out here really living life. They out
You
here.
ready, Moose? Bust one in him.
I'm
Soon as
highly
you see
impressed.
him,
On safety or not?
you look at it. Look at your gun and see if it's on safety or fire. Ready. Shoot.
That baby is like 6 or 7 years old.
No.
Calling his older brother a
Don't
weenie.
wrap it in your hand.
Come on, weenie.
Don't wrap it in your hand.
These dudes acting like it's nothing.
Yeah, if you see it.
Shoot him in the mouth.
Get ready.
I don't.
Get ready.
Put your foot on the edge.
Look,
There
he's
you go.
with the business, like
There you
ready.
go, Moose. Ready.
Ready.
Shoot him. Shoot, Moose. Shoot. There you go.
Shoot him,
Good
Moose.
job.
Good job, Moose.
Oh.
Good job, Moose. Are we pacifying our babies? Are we babying our babies? Are we treating them like that is dope. That is vicious. Out there on the water with your family, with your boys, hunting, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna cut up the gator or whatever and eat. Check out Manny's alligator post. But what are our children doing? Are our children out there living life, experiencing, getting these tangible skills out there in the wild, doing real shit? That shit was cold-blooded, man. Like that, like it just is like, think about the 6 and 7 year olds that you deal with. Think about the 6 and 7 year olds that you deal with right now and their capabilities. Get a Moose. Moose calling his older brother a weenie because he ain't pulling up a 500-pound alligator. Come on, weenie. Shh. That's amazing. Like, and it's like a reminder, like why I do the shit I do with my children, why I have them out here learning like little tangible skills, how to change tires, how to change the oil, how to do this and that, how to build a lemonade stand, how to use a nail gun, how to use these tools, because guess what? Your children are going to be left behind if you just letting them to their vices, to their iPad, and their computer screen and YouTube and Netflix, if that's all they have, how are they going to serve? Like, I'm for sure taking Xander to the range. I taught Zaya and JJ how to shoot when they was young. I got pictures of it. I don't know if it's on my it might be on my Instagram page, but I don't feel like scrolling all the way through. But I feel like we pacify our children and spoil them so much that we don't make them earn shit. Like they don't ever have to earn shit. So that, like a dude at my job, I love this dude. At my job was talking about how he got his daughter. There's like this green card thing, like where you can put money on it and invest for your children, and they can have like this debit card. And so he started with $100, and he like started like investing the money. And so like within 2 months, it went from $100 to $240 in it, whatever he invested in. And his daughter was like, "That's all I made was $140. That's all that's in there." And she didn't even want to take the card. She was like, "No, I don't want that card." Like our babies and our children don't have the idea and the value of what money is and the sweat equity and what it takes to make money. They don't value the sweat equity and what it takes. They don't know the value of a dollar. And so she's like, "Nah, I don't want that. Like, that's not enough." She ain't never earned $1 in her life, and $240. She was like, "I don't want that." And that is what I do blame, like social media, internet for that kind of stuff, because they get to see little kids like Ryan's World, a millionaire, for opening boxes. Like he's a millionaire for opening boxes. So children are looking like, "You only made $200. Ryan makes $1 million for opening a toy." So their measure stick, their grading scale on how things are earned is like, that ain't. They see Mr. Beast sending out money and throwing money away and giving money away. So $200 in their mind from what they seen on the internet is nothing. It's like $200. Mr. Beast just gave somebody $1 million for no reason. $200. Like they're so if you're not spending time with your children and actually teaching them about the value of the dollar and what it takes, like, dude, you gonna mow this lawn and you gonna make $10 off of mowing that lawn, and I want you to see how hard it is to mow that fucking lawn, and you're only gonna get $10, and you're gonna see how far $10 goes. I want you to see how far a $10 will last you. Take that shit to the store and see that $10 goes this fast. Kids just looking at shit like it's just nothing. I forget what Cliff and Claire taught Theo about the value of $1. I'm gonna have to look that shit up tonight. I forgot what happened. It's gonna have to be an age restriction. It's gonna have to be something, but it's almost like, how do you compete? It's almost like the children becoming gangsters or whatever. How do you compete with going out and wanting to be in the streets, riding around the streets, doing cool shit, running around, getting your adrenaline up, going riding over here, fighting over here, dissing over here, and you competing with that as a parent? Like, how do you give them that excitement? You can't ever match that excitement. You'll never be able to match the excitement of adrenaline of doing bad shit in the streets. You have to show them, though, why that shit is wrong. What is wrong about that? Yeah, it may be fun, but this is what's wrong about it. This is what you're doing wrong. And this is the consequences of your wrongdoing. Children talking about $200 ain't nothing. Let me tell you why $200 is something. Get your ass out here and do this, and this is what I'm going to pay you. Or take them to McDonald's or take them somewhere and show them, look, this person is going to do this for 8 hours. They're going to do this job for 8 hours today, and guess how much they're going to get paid? Minimum wage, I don't know, probably like $160, less than $200 a day. less than $200 a day, and put that thought in their head. Like, look how hard they had to work for this. Even though McDonald's is not a hard job, but it's still them seeing that you have, for a child, 8 hours of doing anything is hard for them. How much a dollar costs by KDOT? I'm gonna have to check that out. But we're fighting an uphill battle because you're like, you tell your kid, come on, let's go to the grocery store. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, why are they good? Why they don't want to go out and do something with you or go to the grocery store? Hey, let's go over here. We got to run an errand. You want to ride with me? No, I'm good. You know why they're good? Because you're competing with the bed and the TV and the iPad and this constant gratification, instant satisfaction from watching shit. All day long, they get to watch stuff. Back to back to back. And you want me to stop watching this and go to the grocery store? Nah, I'm okay. Good looking out, Culture Clips. Super chat 199. Appreciate you. But you're competing against the iPad. Of course, a child don't want to go outside. Hey, it's time to go run track. No, I don't want to go. You mean you don't want to go get tired and get fatigued and go to the point of your body in pain? What's the option? What's the other option? Oh, lay your ass in bed, be lazy, and watch YouTube? What are they going to choose? If you don't teach them values and virtues, they're going to choose the latter. They're going to choose the bed and the iPad versus go out, work hard, get strong, build better. We're competing. We're in a big competition. It's $120 a day. Where's Club Pit? Club Pit is Ace Boy Pun's thing. Go to Ace Boy Pun's page. Is Club Pit. Or he hasn't done it in a while or something. Well, I know he's doing something tonight. He's got Dark Times. I forget what he calls it. Dark Times. He's doing that tonight. So check out Ace Boy Pun. Go to his page. Oh, it's on Kick. Ace Boy Pun Network. Yeah, a piece of paper is worthless also. But you got to work for that shit. But nice talking to y'all, man. I'm about to get out of here. Go get me some dinner. Thank you for being here on the live. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the morning. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I appreciate all y'all in here. All love all the time. But yeah, I'm out. But yeah, Ace Boy Pun is on Kick. Ace Boy Pun. Damn it. I wish I could drop the link in here. Dang it. It's on Kick. Ace Boy Pun Network. Ace Boy Pun Network on Kick. And I'm not sure what times he goes, but get it. Follow him on Kick and subscribe. And then you'll get alerts on when he's going to go. But I'm going to watch the Cosby. Claire teaches Theo the value of $1 for sure. All right. I appreciate y'all. All love. I'll see y'all in the morning, but I'm out.